folks. Uh, I'm Vikrant this side, and today I'll be walking you through some of the nice features that we're building across our Log Explorer module, our Logs module. So, as we know, Logs is the oldest observability signal. Logs has the most legacy around. So, we use logs in our everyday life, whether it be the development process, we are building something, we are still interested in the logs. We are Whether there's a production incident or there's some compliance logs. So as a software developer or as an SRE, our we consume logs on a day-to-day basis, and a lot of our work revolves around the logs. So we at SigNoz took this upon ourselves to improve the experience of logs in our product. If we want to give developers a very smooth experience with the logs, they can debug issues quickly, they can apply filters quickly, and whenever there's an incident, they're able to reach to the logs of interest very quickly, and they're able to consume it properly, and they're able to resolve the incident quickly. So I'll write on the point for the first part of applying filters quickly. I'll walk you through the nice features that we have built. The first one comes as quick filters. So let's say I'm interested in some error logs that have been happening currently. Sorry. Let's say my critical operation service is down right now. There's some error logs coming in the picture. You can just go select the critical operation service. Okay, I just want to see the error logs in that particular service. And we have all the error logs pertaining to the critical operation service, and you can easily quickly debug the issue and you can move ahead with it. So let's say, let me reset these all filters. Let's say you want to just consume some of the logs, and there's one service that is very noisy. It's causing a lot of unwanted logs into the system. Okay, you can easily just go and toggle that noisy service, and you'll be having the logs of your interest. So filtering has become a quite faster by this addition of this quick filters. We already had something very similar in the traces page, and a lot of users requested us, and they reached out to us on our community slacks as well, that they would love to see it on the Log Explorer page, and voila, it's here. So I'll just briefly walk you through some other aspects of it as well. So now this quick filter, it works in sync with one query at a time. You see this blue A here and the blue A here. This currently shows that this filter is in sync with query A right now. So this helps you to apply this filter quickly to each and every query. You can leverage these set of filters for each and every query individually. Okay, let's say for service A, I was interested only in noisy service logs, and it's here. Now let's say in service B, now see, service B, this filter is reset to the base state. With service B, maybe I was interested in critical service logs, and you can see critical service logs for the query B. You can shift back to any query. You don't need to explicitly tell the filter. Just start go and editing the query, and the filter will shift itself. If you want to reset it, you can reset it from here as well. Reset it for that particular query, and you have multiple filters here as well. You have severity text, you have environment, you have service names, and you have another Kubernetes related filters as well. Sooner we'll have the option to add your own custom filters here as well. Maybe you're interested in some other field. Let's say maybe you're interested in service.version, maybe you're interested in telemetry.stk. So we'll have that soon as well. So coming back to this view, as we initially saw as well, let's say I added some service. I added a noisy service. See this particular field, this comes in red. This shows that it's a resource attribute. So we have been building our logs product very closely with the OpenTelemetry logs model. With the same hierarchy, we give preferences to the resource attributes, then the tag attributes, and then the other normal attributes. So that is for this part. Also, if you see, let me just go back to the base state. We have example queries here as well now. So somebody new coming to the product. Maybe they're not familiar with the syntax of the queries. Maybe they want to achieve something quickly. So we have added example queries here, which helps the initial users to onboard to the logs product better. They can quickly start adding queries from here, run them, and well, also the suggestions that we populate here now. Let's say you're already into the state where you have selected deployment.environment. Now you want to select other filters. So these suggestions will be ranked in such a way that it takes into consideration your existing filter, the OpenTelemetry logs hierarchy, and what you have been doing in the past and suggest you some filters based on that. This is more or less around our new logs, searching part, the quick filters. You can collapse these filters if you want, if it's bugging you too much or it's taking too much of the space. And there's something that we have around the representational values of resource and tag attributes. Now, let's say you ran a query for 2 months, and but it was a mistake. You didn't want to run it for 2 months. Maybe you wanted to add some more filters. So you don't exactly need to wait for that query to fulfill right now. If you see here, this is currently stage and run query. If I change it to 2 months, you see that cancel query comes into the picture. So if it's a long running query, maybe you ran it for a broader space and you don't want to pursue with it, you want to cancel it. So run it, you have an option to cancel the query. And then you can select the query that suits you, maybe some time range that suits you. So you don't need to wait for it. An extension of this is there's something exciting called query insights coming into the picture as well. Whenever you run this query, you'll have a query insights populated here, which will tell you how long this query has been running, what are the row number of rows scanned by this query. So that is coming as well. So what is the main idea behind all of these things? What is the underlying problem or motivation that is driving us to do this? So imagine you are an application developer. You have thousands or billions or millions of logs. You're not interested in on those millions of logs at any point of time. You are interested in a certain subset of it. Reaching to that certain subset, it's an issue. It's not an easy task. If you don't have appropriate filters in place, if you don't put certain resource attributes into the picture, certain tag attributes or certain attributes of interest, your search space will be very huge. And if the search space is huge, you'll not be able to consume your logs properly. You'll not be able to do a point lookup properly. So these things, be it quick filters, be it suggestions, be it example queries, the aim of all of these things is to help you understand better how to achieve the logs of your interest, how to fast, how to accelerate that process where you can reach the final result quickly. Now, another point of it being okay, now you have achieved your final state of logs. Now you're interested in consuming it. So, a very frequent request from a lot of people in our community has been they want to be able to adjust the font of this particular log section. They want to consume more and more logs. So, if I turn this off, let's say okay, these are right now 15, 16 odd logs right now. Maybe I want to consume more logs. Maybe I'm interested in more. So we have added this option of font size. You can make this font size small, and voila, you can consume more logs now. This whole area is in now your control. You want to consume it small, you want to consume it medium, you want to consume it large. Whatever suits to your eyes, whatever suits your needs, we have it right here now. And one another nice feature which I love right now is let's say I added some columns. Maybe you're interested in deployment.environment. You were interested in okay, service name, which service it belongs to. I'm also interested in what severity number this holds currently. Now you see these particular values here as well. But let's say when I used to open this logs detail page, these values used to be lost somewhere here. So the context of traveling from this page to the logs detail page was missing. So now what we do is whatever selected columns you choose, those attributes are pinned on the top. You'll not lose the context while traveling from a logs list to a logs detail page, so you can quickly see okay, I opened a prod environment log, the service was noisy service, and okay, it was severity number 13. Whatever log you open, you'll not lose context of it. So this becomes this. Also, we have something minor also here as well. Let's say okay, you were going through this log to detail page. Maybe you saw the severity number, you got interested, you wanted to see the distribution of the severity number across a particular time. Okay, I want to group by this attribute. You got the group by attribute and you have all the data that you need. Okay, 13, 17, 9. This was the distribution of this particular severity number. So the later part of features that we just discussed, this helps you consume your logs better because as we all know, searching is important, consumption is important. And once we are done with both of this, we have a final result. So yes guys, that's my time for introducing to the log features. We have pretty much more features coming into the pipeline, pretty amazing stuff that is coming. Just keep a lookout for all of them and reach out to us or email or community Slack if you face any issues, if you have any suggestions at all. Thank you. That's been my time.